Welcome to Fantastic Vision. Please subscribe us before you watch today's video. Recently, Yin Jiao, chairman of AMEC, said in an interview, "At present, the self-control rate of major components has reached more than 90%, and it can reach 100% by the end of the third quarter of this year." Although there is still a long way to go in the field of semiconductor equipment to reach the most advanced level in the world, hundreds of semiconductor equipment companies in China are working hard and developing very fast, covering almost all categories of the 10 major types of semiconductor equipment. Therefore, I believe that the goal of reaching the most advanced level in the world can be achieved in another 5 to 10 years. According to Yin Jiao, AMEC's plasma etcher, including high-energy CCP and low-energy ICP etcher, can completely replace international advanced equipment. Speaking of etcher, you may not know that its importance is comparable to that of photolithography. Even in the future, it will play a more critical role than photolithography. So, what is the use of an etcher? Simply put, the working principle of an etcher is to remove unnecessary materials by physical, chemical, or a combination of both. When the photolithography machine coats a layer of photoresist on the surface of the wafer and uses a photomask to expose the pattern to the photoresist. At this point, these patterns have marked which parts of the material need to be retained and which parts need to be removed. The etcher is responsible for etching away the useless parts and retaining only the useful parts, thus forming a circuit diagram. In terms of process, it is currently mainly divided into wet etching and dry etching. The so-called wet etching mainly uses corrosive chemical reagents to corrode the target material. The disadvantage is that the chemical reagent corrodes at the same speed in the horizontal and vertical directions, so it is impossible to accurately control the boundary of the corrosion, causing the edge of the pattern to become blurred. To give an image, can you use a board to block the flood? The answer is no, because the water will bypass the board. Therefore, this process is generally used to clean or remove materials in non-critical areas, and is rarely used for etching precision patterns. Dry etching is different. The plasma releases positively charged ions to hit the wafer to remove, etch, materials, and the etching accuracy will be higher. Therefore, this process is mainly used in complex pattern structures. According to the different discharge methods of plasma generation, it is roughly divided into two categories, namely CCP etcher, capacitively coupled plasma etcher, and ICP etcher, inductively coupled plasma etcher. It can be simply understood that the etcher is like a carving knife in engraving, which removes the unnecessary parts. Generally speaking, the etching process is divided into two stages, front and back. In the front-end process, it is mainly used for etching silicon and silicon compounds, while in the back-end process, it is used for etching metal interconnects and dielectric layers. Therefore, it can be said that the performance of the etcher directly affects the quality and yield of the final chip. At present, the most advanced is the plasma etcher. It uses high-energy plasma to accurately etch the metal surface, avoiding the problem of excessive corrosion that may occur in traditional chemical etching, thereby ensuring the accuracy and consistency of the etching process. In modern semiconductor manufacturing, as the process node shrinks, the number of etchings increases significantly. According to data from Semiconductor Industry Association, at a 65 nanometers process, the number of etchings is about 20 times, and at 5 nanometers, the number of etchings reaches 154 times. In the chip manufacturing industry, the cost of lithography machines accounts for about 23% to 30%, and the cost of etching machines accounts for about 20% to 27%. It can be seen that etching equipment is also extremely important. Let's put it this way, lithography determines the lateral resolution of the circuit, that is, the horizontal accuracy, while etching affects the depth and shape of the circuit structure, that is, the vertical accuracy. Therefore, if you want to manufacture high-end chips, lithography machines and etching machines are indispensable, and the accuracy requirements are consistent. Both are challenging the limits of manufacturing. At present, the leader of domestic etching machines is Shanghai Zhongwei Semiconductor Company, Limited. The company was founded in 2004 by overseas returnees led by Dr. Yin Jiao. Founder Dr. Yin Jiao has worked in Intel, Lam Research, Applied Materials and other companies, and has accumulated a lot of experience, technology and connections. In the semiconductor industry, he personally owns 86 US patents and more than 200 patents in various countries, and is a true top expert. In 2007, AMEC launched the first generation of domestic etching machines, which also adopted a double workbench, and was more efficient than foreign competitors. In 2017, AMEC successfully developed the world's first 5 nanometers plasma etcher. Not only did it fill the gap in high-end etching equipment in China, but it also took the lead in realizing the etching capability of 5 nanometer process in the world, establishing its position as an industry leader. In recent years, AMEC has made further breakthroughs in technology. It has now realized 3 nanometers etching machines and achieved mass production. Its customers include TSMC, SMIC, and other top international wafer fabs. AMEC has not only achieved breakthroughs in technology, but also its market performance is quite outstanding. So far, AMEC has deployed about 3,700 plasma etching and chemical film equipment worldwide, covering more than 100 production lines at home and abroad. AMEC is also far ahead in market share. For example, the market share of China's capacitively coupled plasma, CCP, etching equipment market has risen to 60%, and the application coverage is as high as 94%. In the inductively coupled plasma, ICP, tool market, AMEC's share has risen from almost 0 to 75%, and the application coverage is as high as 95%. At the same time, AMEC's etching equipment coverage rate in advanced storage and logic production lines exceeds 65%. In particular, the plasma etching equipment and chemical film equipment developed by AMEC are key equipment for manufacturing various microscopic devices. As the chip manufacturing process continues to shrink, the requirements for etching accuracy are getting higher and higher. It is reported that AMEC's etching machine has reached the picometer level, which is equivalent to 3.5 millionth of a hair's accuracy. This level of accuracy is crucial to achieving ultra-high-density integrated circuits, and also highlights China's leading position in the field of semiconductor manufacturing equipment. As we all know, chip manufacturing is a highly complex process involving hundreds of different types of equipment. According to the barrel theory, how much water a barrel can hold depends on the shortest piece of wood. Similarly, in chip manufacturing, the efficiency of the entire production process and the quality of the final product depend on the weakest equipment or process link. Therefore, if other equipment can reach 3 nanometers like domestic etching machines, then the US ban is like waste paper, and there is no need to pay attention to it.